to request of the Public Works Director to collaborate with the Maine DOT winter salt bid process for salt product during winter maintenance for FY24. Maine DOT has awarded the contract. We are requesting to use the rate of the bulk bid.
Good evening, councilors. I'm sorry, I'm going to have my water in case I have a coughing fit start. So I'm here tonight for an emergency meeting because, as the council chair said, the state of Maine every year puts out a statewide salt bid for salt supply for municipalities. And the idea of buying bulk gives us a better deal as well as the potential low bidder or vendor. Just a history. In the past, 5-6 years ago, we used to do a bulk order bid through Hancock County. The Hancock County Planning Commission would do a bulk order for a lot of the municipalities or towns in the county. Since they went defunct back in 2019, I think it was, that hasn't happened the last few years, so we have had to go out on our own and do a salt bid for just ourselves. And that has worked every single year. Last year, in 2022, was the first year that the statewide salt bid was actually less than what we were able to get on our own bid process. But as you see, timing-wise, the state bid comes out this time of year. And then once they get the low bidder, you have 2 weeks to respond back with yes or no. There's not a lot of time to schedule a meeting, to put out an RFP for yourself, because technically we're still in FY23, we're not in FY24 yet. So there's a lot of things that, had to be thought out. And this year, after last year's bid, I kind of said, okay, well, maybe we'll look at what next year does. And so this year, this spring, when they put out the call to order, essentially, to all the municipalities saying, would you like to be included in this bid? When you ask to be included, it doesn't say that you're definitely going to take the bid. It just, they put your number in there as a potential option for the vendor, and then once you get the price, you say yes or no. You have 2 weeks to decide. So I said, yeah, we'll see what they get for a bid, just to get a number and potentially be included. And so the bid that the state came back with for the low bidder was New England Salt, who we've used the last 3 seasons. And it came back at $75 a ton, which is $3.45 less than what we were paying last year. And so because of that, I'm here tonight to hopefully ask if we can move forward with going into that state contract, because I believe that even if we were to go out to bid, because we'd have to go out to bid ourselves if we didn't take this, it would be either comparable or more.
Questions?
How many tons of salt do we use each year?
Last year we used right around, I believe, 2,400 tons.
So what is that potential savings?
Came out to about $8,280 in savings from last year.
In accepting the bid, you'd be basically agreeing to a minimum purchase of 75%?
Yes, we have to do a minimum of 75% of what we put in. So I put in for 2,400 tons, and we actually last year, so in 21-22 we used 2,667 tons. In 22-23 we used 2,272 tons. So we'll be right in that ballpark. I don't think we'll have a problem hitting the 75%.
Okay, it's not a huge risk. Some winters we don't use any,
Nope.
some we use a ton.
And, honestly, there's winters we have some left over in the salt shed, and so, no, I don't. And we have actually dialed back our salt usage in the last few years. So, there's not a huge risk to hit that 75% mark. Nope.
Counselor Helen?
Last year, the state come in a little bit above what you were paying.
It was lower last year.
The
But we were,
state come in lower than what you were paying.
correct, but I had not opted in for the bid last year.
What was that spread last year?
I believe it was, I think about $5.
Okay.
So about the same spread as between our price last year and this price this year.
So am I hearing that it's a gamble, that if we went out on our own, it might be less than the state? But it might not be?
It's possible, but it's possible that it's not.
But in the past, it's come out less doing it on your own?
When we used to team up with Hancock County, it was definitely less because we had a bulk order. We had a bigger. We're the biggest, obviously the biggest user in the county. But yes, we always used to do better when we did it with Hancock County. Since we've been on our own, it's been close. And then last year was the first year the state bid was actually lower. And if you look at all the numbers statewide on this list, our number is one of the lowest numbers. Most of them are 77, 79, 84. I really don't. I mean, to me, this is a good number. 75 is a good number.
Does it come from Searsport?
It is coming from Searsport, yep.
The lowest bid on this was 74.10.
Adam did reach out to his connection there at that company, and he was reluctant to give him an actual price without obviously an RFP, but he did indicate that that was a good price. So Adam has some level of certainty that if we were to try to go out on our own, we're not going to get a better price than what the state has, and that's.
Yeah.
Make a motion. Move to approve the request of the Public Works Director to collaborate with the Maine DOT winter salt bid process for the salt product during winter maintenance for 2024, FY '24.
Second.
Motion and second. Any further discussion? All those in favor? Unanimous.
Thank you.
Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second?
All those in favor? We are adjourned.